Idol, and then we moved to day 2, which was the fashion show. I mean, just having the young designers represented front and center. I mean, you can't talk about the AMVCAs without acknowledging its major contribution to the fashion scene, not just in Nigeria, but I dare say across the continent. I mean, I remember listening into a conversation where we were told that different parts of the continent, they watch our films in Nigeria to see our fashion, and then they go and give it to their tailors to copy. So how much more the AMVCAs? And yesterday, day 3, we had the Young Filmmakers Day. I mean, we had young students from universities come here to learn from some heavyweights. We had a facilitator from South Africa. We had a facilitator all the way from Hollywood. There was a prize given, and the MultiChoice Talent Factory was announced, the next cohort. So today is now day 4, and if I'm being honest, this is the one that, you know, even if I was not hosting, I would be here, because I think when we say Owo ni Koko, which means it's the money that is important, we're doing the content not just to fulfill that creative urge that we all have, but to also put food on our tables to ensure that we get value for the work we create. And I think having this workshop is so needed, and I think we can give a warm round of applause to the organizers. I'm talking about Africa Magic, I'm talking about MultiChoice. I think we can do better than that. That's a bit weak. Okay, I will represent the young people, because I know that show of hands. How many people have had their work, whether movies or TV series, on any of the Africa Magic channels? Okay, I can see that. I'm also going to put up my hand too. Okay. How many people have had their work on Showmax? Okay. I'm not putting up my hand because I also want to know how I can get my work on Showmax. And how many people haven't had any of their work on any of the Africa Magic channels or Showmax? So we have a few hands up. But the thing is that every time things change, and we want to know what they want. We want to know how they want it and how we can deliver it and get, you know, our money. So I think this workshop looks at, when you say showbiz, the biz side of things, and I'm really looking forward to it. So without wasting any more time, I want to welcome you once again. Good morning. My name is Isabella Adediji, and I will be your host for this Africa Magic Viewers' Choice Awards content workshop. It's all being done as part of 8 Days of Magic, celebrating hashtag AMVCA8. So I'll now like you all to put your hands together for the man of the moment. I'm talking about the channel head, Africa Magic Channels. You already know him. Please make him feel welcome, Mr. Yomi Oladapo.
Thank you, everybody, and thank you for coming on time. I experienced the traffic as well, and I'm really grateful we have quite a number here. We're sorry to keep you waiting because we're supposed to start by 10. There was no plan for African time. But that being said, we just want to walk you through our process. We want to walk you through what will make your content very easy for us to acquire. We know the main thing about film, which is a good storyline, a good picture quality, good sound, good casting, and more. But in a case whereby you may be doing something differently out of what we want, so that is what we have this lineup for you. I hope you enjoy, I hope you learn from it. We want to learn from you as well. We're going to have Q&As, we're going to have breakout sessions. We want to hear your feedback as well in this process. It's going to be a long time, but I'm pretty sure everybody's going to enjoy this ride. And thank you once again. Welcome, and let's just kick it off. Thank you.
Thank you. My name is Bisi Ogunola, and I'm the content buyer for the Epic channel. Now, some 10 years ago, about when I just joined MultiChoice, Africa Magic. I had, the onus was on me to get content from suppliers, epic content. We used to call the channel rural then. Some of you know that. And then I had to practically run after a lot of you here, people know themselves here, to get those contents. Afterwards, I got some people responded to my call, and a few people then, later on, those few people, now that few number snowballed into a very large multitude that I have to now run away from you, literally. Well, that for me, I believe it is the growth that the industry has experienced, and I think you need to give yourself a rousing applause. Yeah, we are growing in this industry, especially in the epic area. We are really growing. The development is fast. But the growth or development always comes with its own issues, I dare say headaches. So that is the reason why we are here today, to discuss some of the headaches that we and you have. We have a lot of issues, buyers, and as we speak, buyers are the first port of call for every content that comes into Africa Magic, whether it is Showcase, Urban, all the channels. So you come straight to the buyers first. And then when we see, we look at it, and then we tell you what's going on, whether it is good or not so good. So I want to go through this. First off, we say, why is my content not accepted? I think that question will...
Nigerian jollof rice won. No, that's not even the issue. The issue is that after winning the trophy, when the Nigerian jollof rice got home, there was a bit of a challenge between the wedding jollof rice and the burial jollof rice. So yesterday, I got an invite to attend a funeral very close to our office in Ilupeju. The woman that died, I think she died at the age of 50. So there was sadness all over the place, and everybody was actually sorrowful. Until after the program, a lot of people, because there were about 2-3 exits in the church, so a lot of people have actually gone out until the priest actually announced that there was going to be a package. And because we knew it was going to be jollof rice, people were already at the gates crying. When they heard that, a lot of them were still crying, going back to collect their pack of jollof rice. So to me, that means that there's something magical about the jollof rice. But it's not limited to the jollof rice. It's also about our content. Both the one we are serving presently on Africa Magic and the ones that are about to get into Africa Magic. Let me tell you, I noticed yesterday that there were about 3 cooks at the back of the church. But nobody, because I paid attention to them, nobody ever cared about the cook. They were only concerned about the people serving the jollof rice. And that's the exact thing that happened with Africa Magic. A lot of people think the Africa Magic family is doing the very best. But I think it's about those that are cooking the content. And majority of the people are there. Now still talking about the jollof rice. Now I discovered that if a good cook actually makes a very good jollof rice, and there's no service to serve it, the people you call server, to service within the party, nobody will be able to actually know the taste, whether the taste is good or not. So I know that there are a lot of people here who have done one content or the other, and you are finding it very difficult to actually take it to Africa Magic or to add salt to the injury. Maybe you are sitting in your house and you have brought your content to Africa Magic, somebody is not me, somebody has rejected your content, only for you to get home. And you discover that what is playing on Africa Magic is even worse than the one they rejected. Has it happened to anyone here? Yeah. That is where the issue is. So I am just going to be talking about the technicality. I'm speaking the law.
You have to cast, right? To get the right voices, you have to cast almost a whole crew. It costs money to job. If it wasn't working, if it wasn't driving that title, we wouldn't be doing it. So there is a target audience for it, and we will leave no one behind. I hope I did that.
Please put your hands together for Yomi Oladapo, Channel Head, Africa Magic Channels. Please, that applause is very useful. We want to sell our content. Encourage them with a good warm round of applause. So I've asked them to all come here because it's one thing to call the names, but if after we finish you don't know who they are and you can't go and meet them and how do Kiss Daniel say, trouble their timeline. At least now you've seen them, they are going to stay back so that they can answer your questions.